Funeral is being held this morning for police diver Busisiwe Mjwara, the 42-year-old mother of two, drowned on Sunday with her police dog Leah. Police Minister and KZN Premier Busisiwe are expected to attend that funeral. Senior reporter Dasen Thathiah is at the Pietermaritzburg service. Dasen, good morning. I'm sure a very somber mood this morning there. How is Sergeant Mjwara's family holding up?
Definitely, Mfundo, and I think somber for a couple of reasons. One is obviously because of her death and what that has meant for the police fraternity, but at the same time because we know that her colleagues are currently busy with the same kind of work that she was doing when she passed away. We are at the Pietermaritzburg City Hall now. This is where the funeral is taking place. You'll see that the stage has been set up and there are pictures of her up at the top. There are also members here of the church that she attended, as well as her colleagues, obviously, from the SAPS. So it's the hall is starting to fill up slowly. We haven't yet seen the family here, but I can tell you that I was at their home a few days ago, just a day after she'd passed away, and they were broken. They spoke to me about a woman that was passionate, a loving mother, someone that will be sorely missed there. I mean, she was very close to her children, very close to her husband. Her brother-in-law spoke so fondly of her and said that's not even his sister-in-law, that's actually his sister. That's how he treated her. And the sentiment seems to be the same wherever we go, that this was a woman that will be missed in all facets of her life, both in her personal life as well as at the search and rescue unit. Because there's an interesting story when it comes to that, about how she got in. I've had an opportunity, I think, through the efforts that we've been involved in. You know, we've been following these teams around and we've had many conversations with them. And they've been telling us about a little bit more about Sergeant Mjwara. And they were saying to us that, you know, in fact, initially, believe it or not, she was even afraid of water, but she was so passionate and so determined to make sure that she gets into this unit that she learned very quickly. She learned how to dive. She was trained. She went for all the requisite training. And before they knew it, all of the men in that particular unit said that she quickly became the strongest swimmer that they knew. So she's left that kind of mark on everyone who's known her.
No, what a brave sergeant she was. And then insofar as the dignitaries are concerned, we understand that Minister Leah will deliver the eulogy. Have you perhaps caught sight of him or even Premier Busisiwe?
Not just yet, but you are correct in saying that the police minister will be delivering that eulogy. They should be seated here off to the right of me, accompanied by the Premier as well. That was meant to happen at about 10 o'clock, but it seems there is a slight delay with that. As I mentioned, the family had not yet arrived yet, so obviously those proceedings will be determined by when they get here and when the funeral gets underway.
All right, Jason, we'll catch up with you a bit later as soon as the procession gets underway. That's a reporter, Dasen Thathiah, out at the funeral of Sergeant Mjwara.